Konnichiwa! This is Tom, Ghost of Matsubara, your man in Japan, coming at you today with another episode of Kanji Hunter. I do not claim to be the best at kanji. I do not claim to have the best handwriting. I do this because I enjoy Japanese kanji, and I'm trying to inspire some of my English-speaking Japanese learners to write and play with kanji and play with the Japanese language, because no better way to get better at something than to do it. So here we are today. Now, today's kanji was recommended by someone on YouTube, so thank you for that. Today's kanji comes from You Can Code, and he said, or she said, I don't know, he or she, they said that they would like me to look at the Japanese kanji for enlightenment, the Buddhist idea of enlightenment. And in Japanese, that is satori. Now, before we get there, we got to look at a couple other things. Before we get there, we have to look at the kanji for heart and the radicals for heart. Okay, so let's take a look at it. All right, so over here, as you can see, these four quick lines are kokoro, or heart. You can also say shin. All right. Now, it looks different when you see it on like a computer font, but the actual way to write this is just like this. All right. It looks like this, but you start here, and then you go like this, and then you go like that and that. That wasn't the best I ever drew it, but still, my stroke order is right, okay? It looks better over here, I think. But anyway, this shape is actually supposed to look like your actual heart. Like if you were to take the organ out and look at it, this is what ancient Japanese, kanji, Chinese, this is what they thought it looked like, okay? This is the shape they thought it was, okay? And so good on them, right? All right, so this is the kanji for heart. All right, now, let's get radical! Down here, you can see this 1, 2, 3 stroke radical, all right? This kind of radical you would put on the left of another kanji or on another set of radicals, right? And it represents heart. And then this one, which looks a lot like a flattened version of the actual heart kanji, that you would put underneath, okay? Now I've got a couple examples coming up here, all right? The Japanese kanji for think, all right, the verb to think is omou, all right? And it's written like this. First, you've got the radical for field, okay, like a farmer's field, right? And underneath it, you have heart, right? Okay, so the heart's field, right? That's your thought, all right? The field in which, like kind of the matrix in which your heart, all right? Now, heart not only being your blood pumping thing, but like the heart of a human being, like the same kind of idea that we have in English, right? This guy's got a lot of heart, right? That's it. You're the matrix in which your heart is kind of putting out vibrations, right? That's your thoughts, okay? So that is omou, and you can write this. I'll show you how to write it. Da, 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 da. Gotta sing when you write kanji, right? Makes it all better. Da, 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 da. Hope you guys can see it. Oh, that wasn't the prettiest I ever drew it. I was trying to look at my phone while I was trying to draw the kanji. All right, well, let's try it again, all right? You make mistakes, you keep practicing, all right? Let's try it again. Hopefully you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? And then afterwards, all right? Because this is a Japanese verb, all right? Omou. All right, and it means to think. All right. これは思うの漢字だと思う. Sorry, that was just. I think this is the Japanese kanji for to think. I know. Anyway, you didn't come for the comedy. Stay for the kanji. Anyway, so that is omo, all right, to think, okay? The field in which your heart works, all right? Your thoughts, okay, to think. All right, now we have another similar one. And this is rabbit holes, remember? I told you I love rabbit holes. All right, over here we have eat, all right? Now this is another expression of thought or feeling, right? Kansha no ii wo arawasu. All right, to express one's feelings of thanks. Kansha no ii o arawasu. All right. Now this would be that i. All right, and this I think is pretty cool. All right, you have first the kanji for sound. Okay, oto or ne. Usually I hear it as oto, but it's very simply written. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and that's oto. All right, that's sound. Sound. Okay, and then you put that over heart, and now you have thought or feeling, right? So think about the vibrations that your heart puts out, right? These are your thoughts, these are your feelings, these are the vibes that you're putting out into the world. Anata no i. All right? So, like I said before, kansha no i o arawasu. All right? To express one's feelings of thanks. All right? So, now we have two kanji that kind of deal with the idea of thought, right? Now, let's put them together and see what we got. Put those two kanji together, now you have ishi. And now this expresses the idea of intention or purpose or your will to do something, all right? Somebody's will, all right? Ishi. It's very cool. So, that's two kanji, again, using this radical for heart underneath them, okay? Now, as we said before, the kanji for satori, all right? It's got that on the left, right? That heart on the left. But before we get there, what happens if we have the radical for heart on the left and also have the radical for heart underneath? Oh my God, what will we do? Well, this is going to happen. You have one of the ways of saying oboeru, or to remember, in Japanese, okay? So as you can see, I've written here, you look at this. Look at this. On the left, you've got the radical for heart. Underneath, you've got the radical for a heart. And then here you've got oto again. So again, this was the kanji we just saw on the previous page, right? But this time we've added another heart radical to the left, all right? Now it means to remember or to memorize or to know something by heart, right? To memorize something, to know something by heart, right? Oboeru, all right? Memorize it. All right, now this is still used. Sometimes when you're reading, you will see that, and definitely recollection in Japanese is kyoku, all right? That's like a recollection, to recall something. But it's a standalone compound kanji. It's not an actual verb. But in verb form, you can say oboeru, all right? But I do want to point out that the more common modern usage is written like this, okay? Oboeru, all right? And it's really the same meaning, okay? Now you're about to see something very interesting. All right, so here we have satoru, all right? Now satoru means to realize, right? To understand something, right? Now, what are we realizing? What are we understanding? Okay, now, if you look into Buddhism much deeper than just a surface level, the Buddhists think that this life is actually a dream. Very similar to a lucid dream, all right? Lucid dream, by the way, is meisekimu, all right? So, the idea of enlightenment, or the idea of satori, is to awaken from this dream, to realize that this illusion that you are existing in now is an illusion of your own making. Can we get more meta? Anyway, so that is Satoru, all right? To realize, to awaken, to become enlightened, all right? Satoru, Satori would be like a noun. Satoru is the verb, okay? Now, check this out. Kakugo. You saw this on the other side, right? Now, kakugo or Satoru or mezameru, all right? Or sameru, I'm sorry. Me is eyes, right? Sameru is to awaken. Mezameru is to open one's eyes or to awaken. And you can actually say that like in the morning, like, kesa mezameta. I woke up this morning, all right? But check this out. So here on the left, we have what you saw before as awaken, or even before we had it as remember. Sometimes these kanji can take on different meanings depending on context, okay? So don't think in your mind that one kanji always means the same thing. That's just not how Japanese works, okay? But anyway, in this situation, on the left we have oboeru or kaku or mezameru, to awaken, all right? And then on the right we have satoru again. Kakugo, all right? Kakugo, as I've written down here, all right, is readiness, resolution, or preparedness. Prepared for what? Prepared to meet your maker. All right? You'll see this in manga and anime sometimes. Kakugo dekimashita ka? That means someone is about to fight you to the death. All right? Have you realized that this world is a dream? Have you realized that this is an illusion? Are you ready to meet your maker? Ah, I love Japanese. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Again, thank you to You Can Code for giving us today's kanji to look into. We do have a plan for next week, but if you're a YouTube watcher, please leave some comments. Tell me a word that you would like me to look into. Or you can contact me on Twitter and Instagram at Kanji_Hunter. You can also find me on Facebook at Kanji Hunter Official, or you can send me an email at tomsenseingyu@gmail.com. And you can tell me a word that you would like me to look into or anything like that, or future episode ideas. All right, so thank you very much for tuning in. I look forward to your comments, and until next time, またね